Thanks for the support as a channel member, Dan Taylor. Good news, bad news, boys and girls. We are top of the league. We're also over £1 million in debt again. So today, we're going to try and get started on a record-breaking longest ever cup run. And try and get some money back in the bank before administration again. Hello and welcome to part 96 of Bourne in the USA. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have a game in the league against Maryland Bobcats before heading to Core Valley in the first round of the US Open Cup. We've reached the second round 3 times in our history previously, never gone beyond it. We need to start a cup run up and running today because money is getting desperate and this competition has decent prize money in it. A second round win, 34,000. A third round win, 82,000. The money does start to flow. I mean, if we were to win the entire thing, which is pretty unlikely, we'd clear our debts by winning the FA Cup or the US Open Cup, whatever it's called. But our money situation is as bad as it was the last time we took out a big loan, which was going to be paying back for the next 25 years. I suspect there's another loan in our near future, unless we can do something with this cup run. But talking of runs, we are doing very well in the league. As you can see, we've not lost a game since Chicago Academy, which seems like a long time ago now. This is what the league table looks like. 16 games played. We've got 34 points on the board, level on points with FC Dallas, but we have played 1 game fewer than them. And Tristan Wright has been a revelation. Top scorer, highest average rating in the division. Still only 20 years old. He's up to 4-star current ability now and 14 goals from his first 16 games on a 7.62. That'll do nicely. Let's have more of that, please. And this is the team that we're sending out for the game against Maryland Bobcats to try and keep the run going. We've got Johnny Walker in goal, a back 4 of O'Rourke, Feliz, De La Fuente and Vacalenko, Cladovenio and Padilla in midfield, Rodriguez and Garcia out wide, and then Robinson up front with Wright for today. Let's submit the team. I know Kevin Johnson's still not really in the mix, but I hope you can understand why when you look at how many goals and what kind of average rating Wright is getting. I'm sure there'll be some of you thinking that Wright and Johnson can play together, but you're forgetting just how good Robinson and Takada are. We have got 4 very good strikers. We've often been in a situation where we've had 3. I think this might be the first time in the save where we've had 4 very good strikers who can pretty much be used interchangeably. Goals are not going to be a problem for us. It's avoiding conceding them. And I mean, we've been playing with 2 centre-backs in central midfield for most of the season so far. Padilla and Claudivenio, both originally joining the club as centre-backs, but now playing for us in central midfield. That seems to be settling things down a little bit. It does mean we are very one-dimensional with how we play. We basically have 6 players who are there to defend, and then the front 4 have to go and do their thing. Now, luckily, the front 4 are good enough to more often than not be able to do their thing. But on the rare occasion we face opponents who can just quieten down our front 4, we do have problems. But here's one of them now. Robinson charging forward. Robinson surely, and he does. A 6th goal of the season for James Robinson. It's very good work from Garcia to set this up. And then once Robinson was clear, his pace just meant he wasn't ever going to get caught. This is why I like Robinson as the target man, because he can do all the target man stuff, but also run beyond like this, which Takada can't really do. So I think I might be leaning towards Robinson and Wright as my front 2, with Garcia and either Rodriguez or Aguilar out wide. I'm pretty happy with both of them. Aguilar probably gets the nod more often than not at the moment, but Rodriguez hasn't disappointed when he's had opportunities. It's just nice to have choices up there. We've got lots of options. If one of them doesn't play well, you know there's going to be a couple more down on the bench that you can bring on and change things up. I know it's wrecking us financially, but we are probably in the best situation we've been in the history of the club when it comes to squad depth, where even if we got 2 or 3 injuries, I think we'd probably be okay. Even if we lost Wright, we've got Kevin Johnson, who we know got 39 goals in this league last year. It's not like the goals dry up if Wright gets injured. We just bring in an equally free scoring striker to come and take his place. If he drops out of form, Johnson comes in. It's awesome. Right. Who are we playing? Maryland. The cookie people. I remember. They love cookies. Maryland Bobcats. Didn't one of our players go to Maryland? Arriaga's there by the looks of it. Is that our Arriaga? Has he made it all the way into the Football League? That's very cool if he has. Lovely control there by Wright. Unfortunately, rather than taking it on and running with it or slotting it into Robinson, he had a shot from range. It's not our Arriaga. It's a guy called Leonardo Arriaga. So, yeah, let's all calm down. It's not, I think it was Pedro Arriaga that we had. It ain't him. Right, 1-0 at half-time. This looks like this is the game in hand that we had over Chicago. They must have played earlier in the day. So, as it stands, this stretches our lead out at the top of the table to 2 points with a massively superior goal difference because we do score a lot of goals, as we saw last year. I could do with another goal today. I don't really like only being 1 goal up. If we could grab a second, that would calm me down a little bit and allow us to start thinking about preparing for this cup game, which is crucially important to the financial future of the club. What we need. It's been, 11 years of this save? And we've never had the big away tie in the cup. So I don't know if it works the way it does in England. But I'm hoping if we can get through to the third round and get a big away tie against a big Premier League club, a former MLS side, I'm hoping that it's gate receipt split and we can get a chunk of that. We're going to bring Lindley on in midfield just to try and offer a little bit more creativity in there. Padilla can become the box-to-box guy and Lindley can slot back into that quarterback role that we were talking about him doing an episode or two ago, where he doesn't really provide any kind of defensive protection, but he is more of a creative force from midfield than either Claudivanio, Padilla, Angel. None of them quite get the attacks moving the way Lindley does when he plays in that role. So I do like him in there. It's just difficult to justify playing him in our system at the moment when we're conceding as many goals as we are and we need to load up on defensive players. Johnson's in here and he hits the post. I need Kevin Johnson to come on and take an opportunity and really make me start having to question my decision-making on my striker. Because at the moment, it's easy to pick right every game because he keeps scoring. And when Johnson gets opportunities like he has today, he doesn't come in and score. But I want Johnson. He's called Kevin. That means he must be good. Here he is. Kevin Johnson is in. And again, it's straight at the goalkeeper. This is not the Kevin Johnson from last year. I think he is having probably the driest spell of his career for goals. It's just, which is very lucky that we've got Wright here while that's going on. Or Wright being here caused it. Chicago are playing. They've just gone 3-0 up in their match. So I don't understand. It couldn't have been Chicago who were in second before. That's what I'm figuring out because we had a goal. It must have been Dallas maybe who we were level on points with. It was. So Chicago have leapfrog above Dallas. Dallas are the ones who played earlier in the day. And the league table now looks like that. We've all played 17 apart from Torch. And as expected, as predicted a couple of episodes ago, they're starting to fall down the table now. I don't think they're going to be a problem this year. But 17 games played, 37 points, 7 points clear of St. Louis, which is the important thing. We're 7 points clear in those automatic promotion spots. It doesn't matter which one of these three we finish in, as long as we go up this year. Right, let's go play Core Valley, who are in the Southern Premier League. This should be an absolute goal fest. We need it to be because we need the money. Just a couple of changes for the Core Valley game. Then I was tempted to do more because they're so far below us, but we need the win. So we will play a pretty strong team. Seba comes in to play at left back. So O'Rourke goes over to right back. And we brought Aguilar back in on the left-hand side. I was tempted for Lindley in midfield, tempted with Johnson up front. But we've decided to play it safe and go with a team that we know should be good enough. What I haven't done is looked at how Core Valley are actually getting on in their season. I know what league they're in, but they could be 30 points clear at the top or the bottom for all I know. I don't think they can be 30 points clear at either end at the moment because it's early in the season. But still, Tristan Wright scored after 22 seconds. He might not play a full game today. I think if he's got himself a hat-trick by half-time, we bring Kevin Johnson on and give him some time to score himself back into some form as well, and then get back to having the two of them competing with each other properly. Because at the moment, Wright is very much first choice and Johnson is very much his reserve, and that's not a situation we can allow to continue. unless Wright keeps scoring and scoring and scoring. I mean, I'm not against having a real free scoring striker. O'Rourke, I thought had cleared that off the line. It's actually been given. I mean, we're not going to have VAR at this level. Well, controversy, boys and girls. That is not a helpful shot at all. What's that? How is that supposed to help? Oh, my word. It's 1-1. I was talking as if we were going to win 13-0, and it's 1-1. And I'm pretty sure O'Rourke clears that off the line. Because if he doesn't, he's an idiot and needs to stand on the line, not behind it. It's not as if he was stretching back to get to it. He was just stood there and headed it clear. So are you telling me his positioning was all wrong? Questionable, I think. Right, other end, corner, in-swinger, and it's headed clear. And I'm a little bit concerned that we're still not winning this game again. Aguilar fixes the problem. Lovely goal from long range. It's 2-1. And hopefully, after that little blip, we can get back to how today was supposed to go, which was supposed to be a comfortable victory where we showed off a little bit and secured a spot in round 2. And hopefully an opportunity to go further than we've ever gone in this competition before. It is a strange one because normally whenever I've done Road to Glory saves in the past, we've always had multiple cup runs that help stop the financial issues that we're in now. You get those cup runs every couple of years where you get the away tie against the big Premier League club and it clears your debts. And we've not had anything like that. And we really, really need something. So very important that we pick up the win today. Wright has grabbed our third, and this is going as per plan now. Let's have a look at this. This might be the last replay that we have a look at as we just start to rattle. See, he's got into full confidence mode again. We're just going to rattle in goals for the rest of the game now. Nothing more to worry about. We're going to score 5 or 6 more goals and then hopefully have the draw for the second round and get something relatively easy then as well. I'm also almost certainly at this point bringing Johnson on at half-time, regardless of what happens with Wright for the rest of this first half, because I want to give him game time. Ball forward to Wright, who I think he's actually passed that back to Padilla there. It's with Wright again. Now Aguilar, little chipped cross, looking for Robinson, but can't find him, and Padilla is there to clear up again in midfield. O'Rourke, who I've played O'Rourke maybe a handful of times at right back. He's usually a left back for us, but playing in at right back today just to see how he gets on, really. And Garcia from the right-hand side with the shot, but it's comfortable for the Core Valley goalkeeper. And now Aguilar with a free kick from range, and he's already scored once from outside the area today, this time forcing a save again out of the Core Valley goalkeeper. And now Wright with the corner, in-swinger from the right-hand side, and De La Fuente's header goes just wide. We look like we should have scored more goals than we have, although to be fair, our XG hasn't even hit 1 yet, and we've scored 3 times. So I guess looks can be deceiving. Right, again, into the area, crosses for Robinson, but it's more pretty good defending from Core Valley as they get another counter-attack underway, and we need to be careful here. And Padilla is doing an excellent job of patrolling in front of that back four today, to the point where I'm wondering if we even need Claudivanio in there, because Padilla has been doing such a good job of it. There he is again. Every ball forward ends up with Padilla. So I think we have got Lindley on the bench, haven't we? Yeah, we've got Lindley on the bench. I'm thinking Lindley on for Claudivanio and give him a little bit more forward freedom in there and just have Padilla doing what he's been doing on his own because he doesn't seem to need Claudivanio. Yes, we'll give them all a nice pat on their head. We're going to make those couple of changes as we look to play Johnson into some form and give Lindley a little bit more game time. So I want him to get forward a bit. There you go. We'll play him as a Mazzala. It's probably a bad idea, but just to get him forward, get him involved, and let Padilla just be the guy who sits in front of the back four because he's doing fine on his own. If it doesn't work, we can always swap him over, make Padilla the box to box, and Lindley can go back into the quarterback role that I keep talking about that he operates from when he plays as the deep lying playmaker. Right, Aguilar on the left-hand side again. In fact, he's more central at the moment. Cut inside, finds Johnson, who's come very deep, but plays it out to Sieber on the left. That's a lovely cross from Sieber, but it's kind of between Bourne players and the Core Valley defender. really quite comfortably gets it clear, and it's into Johnson, and Kevin Johnson scored a goal. The plan for today is complete. This is more important than a cup run. Johnson's back. It's only his 3rd goal of the season, but Kevin Johnson has been on the pitch 2.5 minutes and has a goal again. Beautiful stuff. It's a lovely ball from Padilla as well. Johnson brings it down with one touch, and with his second touch, just rolls it past the goalkeeper at that far post. Lovely attacking play from Johnson. And that should, at 4-1, be enough to secure us a spot in the hat for the draw for the second round, which I assume will come up immediately after this game. But we'll wait and see to see who we get in the next round. Assuming we get there, let's not count our chickens before they're hatched, boys and girls. Padilla again, who has been everywhere today. Robinson now with the cross, but no one's in the middle. I think Johnson had come deep again and hadn't had time to get back up into the 6-yard box before the cross came in. And Padilla's let a guy go past him there, which he hasn't done all day long. He's let it happen again. That's twice. Is he tiring? A little bit. It has led to a goal. Right, midfielders. What have we got? We don't really have another central midfielder down there on the bench. Rodriguez could probably play in there. Probably do quite well as the Mazzala, I think. I think Rodriguez, is an AMLC, to use good old Championship Manager terminology. But oh, look at Johnson. We don't need to worry about defending. We're going to outscore him now because Johnson's back. That's a Kevin Johnson finish. His 100th goal for Bourne as well, that one. Lovely to see. Let's have a look at it from the other angle. What a finish. How many goals did Jorge Hernandez score for us? I know he went past 200. I don't think he went far past 200, though. If Johnson can force his way back into this team, I wonder if he could position himself to go on and challenge for that record. He is still very young. I think both Johnson and Wright are still under 21 players. So if we can figure out a way to play them together, oh, can you imagine all the goals? Robinson over the top looking for Johnson again. This time he's come out wide to act as provider, looking for Robinson but can't find him. We are going to make a change. I think we're going to take off Padilla, who's had a very good game. Rodriguez can't play centre mid like I thought he could, but Martin apparently can play as a defensive midfielder. So what we might do is have him sat there as a ball-winning midfielder and release Lindley to go forward as an advanced playmaker and really get up into that area. Almost playing like a wide diamond, but with the wide players also pushing on. Yeah, it's very attacking, but what's the worst that could happen? Johnson's in again, boys and girls. Oh, he should have finished that. That looked like a formality for a second-half hat-trick for Kevin Johnson. It now goes out for a corner. Johnson to take. And is he going to grab an assist in this second half? Robinson's there, but Robinson hasn't scored today. I'm a little bit alarmed by that. Takada might be looking on thinking, yeah, I probably get a game in the next match, because Robinson is disappointed a little bit, at least from a goal scoring point of view. I mean, a 7.7 is certainly not to be sniffed at. He's obviously been involved in a lot of the attacking play, but I would have liked to see goals out of all of the attackers today. The fact we've conceded 2 goals against this lot as well really highlights the whole we can't defend issue, which does seem to be an ongoing one. I thought they'd grabbed a third. Aye. Let's not let them grab a third, please, boys and girls. And there we have it, a 5-2 win, which should put our name in the hat for the next round. Does the draw happen straight away? It doesn't look like it's immediate, but there's the money. I mean, 22 grand when you're 1.1 million in debt. It's not even touching the sides, but it's better than nothing. I mean, when was the last time we had 22 grand worth of income coming in one go? Exactly. It's never happened. Why can't I press continue? Let me press continue. I want to see the draw. When is the draw? Oh, not until after the league game. So you'll find out in the next episode who we get in the next round, and hopefully we'll win it and keep this cup run going. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.